Dyslexia Test. Understanding dyslexia. Dyslexia is not a disease, it is a gift. A learning disorder with difficulty in comprehending written material. It is a lifelong condition and cannot be cured by one single process. Rather, you should learn how to embrace it. Some of its symptoms: difficulty learning rhyme patterns, difficulty with word recognition, difficulty speaking fluently, avoid reading out loud, poor time management in relation to a planned deadline, difficulty reading classical clocks or using typical written schedules, issues with telling time, weak organizational skills, reluctance and difficulty with memorizing written materials. Learning foreign languages can be difficult for a student who has dyslexia. Illegible handwriting. Dyslexic people have difficulty spelling words. Let's understand what it's like to read as a dyslexic. How dyslexics write. How does the brain of a dyslexic work? Dyslexics struggle to convert language into thoughts and thoughts into language. A child with dyslexia has an issue with phonological decoding. Difficulty in breaking down words in order to pronounce them correctly. Dyslexia is a genetic condition that is inherited or can be acquired due to brain trauma or as a result of a poor educational system that relies on memorization rather than understanding. Dyslexia is not related to a low IQ or a visual abnormality. Early diagnosis is vital to help children learn and cope effectively with dyslexia. How does the brain of a dyslexic interpret work? Importance of emotional support. A low self-esteem, behavioral issues, anxiety, aggression, difficulty making new friends are associated with people who have dyslexia without support. Why early diagnosis is important. Many dyslexics become juvenile delinquents. 65% of juvenile delinquents in the US have reading disorders. A very large number of people with dyslexia do not complete the school stages. School dropouts. Only 2% of dyslexics become college graduates. Some of the areas in which dyslexics excel. People with dyslexia can be good consultants and have strong interpersonal skills. The ability to focus on the big picture rather than the details. Expert problem solvers have more creative thinking than people without dyslexia. Be able to visualize three-dimensional information with ease and rearrange existing designs in new ways that are creative. Have good visual spatial skills and strong pattern recognition. Dyslexics may excel in creative and abstract thinking areas. Architects, engineers, entrepreneurs, inventors. Dyslexic people who have made their mark in history. Ludwig van Beethoven, musician. Albert Einstein, physicist, scientist. Walt Disney, entrepreneur, film producer. Steve Paul Jobs, inventor, industrial designer. Dyslexia statistics. Statistics show that 15% of school-aged children have been identified with dyslexia, but it is believed that another 10 to 30% remain undiagnosed, affecting up to 20% of people in the United States, 10% of people in the United Kingdom, 12% of people in Australia. What about the rest of the world? What is happening to them? Are they school dropouts? Are they drug addicts, thieves, criminals? What a waste of high IQ and creative individuals. How is dyslexia diagnosed? Regular tests, classical format, can last 2 to 3 hours of individual sessions. Can give the result after 5 to 15 individual sessions. Highly trained staff required. Almost impossible to apply to entire communities in a short period of time. Is very expensive. Our mass screening test for dyslexia can be applied to entire communities, 25 to 30 students in 30 minutes. Can be done for public and private schools. Applicable to any age group from 7 years and above. The whole school can be done in 1 day instead of 1 year. requires electronic tablets and a supervisor. Math screening test requirements: able to read and write, has at least 20/60 vision or better, is able to follow instructions. Some of the treatments: tinted lenses, IR lens, eliminates discrepant retinal signals between the two eyes, occlusion of one eye. Why consider our math screening test? To be able to apply it in larger communities in a short period of time. Identify dyslexic individuals more quickly and accurately. To assess all students from ages 7 and above on a broad scale and make comparisons as well as analyses. Identify those who require special educational needs. Nothing like it in the world. What we are looking for: helping our young innovators get on the right track, helping our young Einsteins before they get lost, making dropouts become functional members of the community, to reduce delinquency and crime in general. Let's bring a smile back to learning. Let's help our young people be successful. We are honored to be the sole agent in Latin America and the state of Qatar.